This is a Pubcast Shot. I'm John Loomer. Understanding this changes everything. Let's go. Your entire approach to meta advertising, so your strategies, when you customize and when you let the algorithm take over, and when you trust results and when you're skeptical, it all changes when you understand this fundamental fact. What's that fact? The ads algorithm will do exactly what it says it's going to do. That might not mean great results, but it's literal. So if you're working in a cloud of uncertainty about what to do, and if you're constantly searching out the opinions of others, this will change your outlook. How about an example? Common strategy. Traffic campaigns. You set a performance goal to maximize link clicks. When you do that, the algorithm's goal is now to get you as many link clicks as possible within your budget. The algorithm, understand, does not care about who these people are. It doesn't matter whether they're current customers or might eventually buy from you. It doesn't matter whether they're men or women, old or young. It doesn't matter whether those clicks lead to other actions or if they immediately return to Facebook. It's literal. It is only going to find you clicks. So this is why when you optimize for link clicks, you can run into all kinds of problems. You can end up spending on men even though your target customer is women. Why? If men click, the algorithm thinks that's what you want. This is why you might spend most of your budget on people over 65, even though your target demo is 35 to 44. I ran into this once. So why does this happen? Well, people over 65 were giving you cheap clicks, and that's what you want. And this is why a high percentage of your budget might go to audience network. This is the placement where we'll often find accidental clicks, bots before they're detected, and most importantly, cheap clicks. And guess what? That's what you wanted. Once you know that the algorithm is literal, you understand that this is going to happen. And you understand why it might happen. And it's why you might make some changes. It's why you might switch to original audiences to have more control over age and gender in this type of situation. Because you want to eliminate those cheap clicks from irrelevant people. It's why you might remove audience network in this particular situation because you don't want those cheap clicks. You want quality clicks. And it's why you might consider remarketing to narrow your audience in this type of situation and add some guardrails because you don't want the algorithm to chase cheap, low quality clicks. Here's where there's some confusion. Oftentimes I'll hear people say, I always remove audience network. No, it doesn't mean that these things are always a risk. When you understand that the algorithm is literal, you know why you don't always need to make these customizations. Here's another example. You set a performance goal to maximize conversions where the conversion event is a purchase. The algorithm's goal in that case is to get you as many purchases as possible within your budget. So you and the algorithm there are on the same page. It's going to prioritize remarketing and search out new customers who are likely to buy. It's not going to be influenced by cheap clicks because its goal is to find you purchases. If men click and don't buy, but women click and buy, the algorithm will learn from that. It will learn from which age groups buy and which click and leave. So this is why when optimizing for purchases, you don't need to make customizations in most cases. You can target broadly or use Advantage Plus audience. You can include all ages and genders. You can use Advantage Plus placements and leave audience network on. So here's what I want you to do today. I want you to embrace this simple fact. The fact that the algorithm is literal, is foundational, and it will completely change your approach. And the examples go on for your approach to things like your ad sets, attribution settings, ad creative, and results. When you understand this, you'll have a consistent and simplified approach rather than flailing with new theories based on some crazy strategy you heard on the internet. And you can focus on the things that matter most and make the biggest impact. I create a ton of free content, and I admit it. Look, if you run an agency, you're busy, you can't keep up with everything I'm writing and publishing on a regular basis. And there's a lot to know, right? So look, you'll be forgiven if you're not keeping up with the latest new feature, latest changes that are happening in meta advertising world. So while I do publish a blog post every week, I also, beginning at the end of 2022, publish short form videos on a regular basis. That is now part of my toolbox as well. But not only do I do that, but I've created a separate section of my website for these, what I call quick video tutorials, which feature a 1-minute video at the top and a shortened blog post that expands on that video, provides screenshots as necessary below it. And you may not be getting those alerts or know about those videos right now, but you can change that. All you got to do, go to johnloomer.com/video-alerts, and you can subscribe. Every time I've published a new video, you'll get emailed a notification. All right, so thanks so much for joining me again today. Until next time, do awesome things. I'm out.